Hi beautiful soul family. So this message is coming through. Now these dates are very significant. This is, this will resonate with you if this belongs to you. So the year of the dog, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, 2018. So this could be dates that things have happened in your life. These could be dates of people that was born in those years. Significant changes, take it as it resonates. So we've also got the year of the monkey, 1958, 1956, 1968, 1980, 1992, 2004 and 2016. Again, these could be crucial dates of either people that was born in them years, or that these are situations that happened, these are significant dates. So it's coming through about a mother wound. So we've got mother wound, and then we also got mother water. This is about you now nurturing yourself, because what's coming in is the saying that this is where you are going to mother yourself, and this is where that you can give to yourself everything that you've been wanting from others. You never let multiple situations break you. You're stronger than you think. We're proud of you. Then we've got new evidence coming to light. Messed around and seen, there was warned. Your discernment is what saved your life. You have the gift of discernment. Then it's put, my children's life is happy, safe and protected. Everything was meant to happen this way. It's all about people putting on an act and on a show. You will see this, or you have already seen this because it's coming up with your discernment. Then we've got protecting energy rituals. So they want you to look up protecting energy rituals, because this is going to serve you at this time. Because, trigger warning, this is obviously to do with domestic violence. They're saying that they're feeling like they missed out on love and they're blaming others. This is a person who constantly always just blamed others for their situation that they was in. They never took responsibility and accountability for anything. So you always felt like you was the one that was to blame in everything, but this is because they had you trapped in this illusion. This is why they wanted you to mother yourself at this time, because like I said, new evidence is coming to light. They messed around, and now they're going to find out, because they was warned to leave you alone. But again, like they're saying, this is your discernment is what saved your life in the first place, because you're very good. You've learned a lot throughout your life on when to remove yourself from certain situations, when to be quiet. They're saying this is the time now to not be quiet. They want you to do the protecting rituals over yourself and your family, the ones that you hold close to you. They're saying that you're a very independent person. You always have been. You've always counted on yourself. They're saying that they want you to also state, I am calm, I can do this, all is well, say 3 times. So this is what's going to calm your nervous system when you're coming into these situations, because this has been coming up a lot for you. But like I said, they're saying that now good times are coming, celebrations and happiness are here. If you are planning a party or an event, you will find that you need to work with others as a team. Apply your social networking skills to achieve goal making, new friends along the way. It says feel through your emotions at this time. So they're saying that someone is desiring you. They will bring hope and clarity. You deserve this, and this is going to come from whatever this event is that you're putting yourself out there with, because you've kept yourself to a point where you have been healing yourself. You have gone through such an ordeal, and this is where they're saying now that maybe you have been wishing for new love to come in, somebody who is going to desire you, somebody who's going to come in and give you the wish fulfillment that you give to others, because you're a very giving, kind person. You're always there, always there to help others, but then when it's coming to your turn, it's not coming round, but Spirit's saying it is coming round. They're saying climb mountains, not so the world can see you, but you can see the world. What's your talent or skill you're most proud of? Because this is what's going to be coming in. This is what, because now you're mothering yourself, you are caring for yourself, you are now really truly seeing through everything. You could be suffering with headaches, because I've started getting a bit of an headache coming on. But they want you to know what's your talent and skill that you're most proud of, because this is what's going to bring in more independence, more abundance for you to be desiring you. You've always been the giver. You are now learning to receive, because you are the chosen one. Someone wanted to destiny swap with you. Now they are in a mental block for messing with you. You are a beautiful soul. Feel this, because this is what they're saying, that you wouldn't have come online without the darkness. There is no light, so the light wouldn't have seeped in, but you are massively protected now because you called something in. Maybe you have called in a protection spell. Maybe this is why it's coming up, or maybe that you just do need to, speak power and authority over yourself. They want you to see how truly blessed that you are, because not everyone can be still, after going through everything that you've gone through, still come out of this a kind, caring, sincere person. You really are a sincere person. Give thanks each day for what you have, not what you don't have. So this is about focusing on what you do have, in the independence that you've, and everything that you've come through. You've gone through multiple situations that should have caused you, to really, feel true anger and everything, but you really don't. And it's asking you to really emphasize on that I am calm, I can do this, all is well, say times 3. They're saying that you are a healer. You are going to be a healer. You're already healing yourself in this moment, and you feel this now. And they're saying that you truly are feeling bored. That you've been, but this boredom is where you've been having, daydreaming. So this is what, you've been going inwards and daydreaming, and this is what's bringing all this about now. You will spark something in the universe now. Let's get a healing card before we're going any further. So this is what they want you to be really mindful. Yeah, all is well, look. All is well. This is what they want you to repeat. I am calm, I can do this, all is well, times 3. So they're really emphasising this now, that you are in a phase now where you're going to start seeing that all is well. That you are truly in the right place now at the right time. This is where you're finding your independence. You are now. It is okay. It is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. So again, they want you to, speak to your guides. Do your protective energy rituals. This is where they're saying now that, because you are the chosen one. This is where you are starting to see now that you're climbing mountains, not so the world can see you, but so you can see the mountains. This is about you now going into a phase where you're going to be a healer. So everything that you've gone through, everything you've endured, is to be able to understand this. It isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing. So this is about you now, this is about you now knowing that everything, heal the past and fix tomorrow. Yeah, this is about you just going in through this healing phase, seeing how blessed you truly are. Because it's hard to see how blessed you are sometimes. It's hard to see how blessed that you are sometimes when you're going through such an ordeal. And, sometimes it can feel like it's been really heavy. But, obviously the universe is saying now that without the darkness, that there is no light. And that's the reason you had to experience this darkness. This is something that you came in with before. This is, you was always going to go through these situations to bring you to the person that you are today. You came here to serve, because you are a healer. This is about you now, because you are the chosen one. Somebody wanted to come in, and you maybe had this quite a lot where people have wanted to come in. This is the mother energy. This could be somebody that you looked up to. This could be somebody that you really, felt like, you was in your life, but it was your discernment that saved you. Like I said, maybe you've witnessed a lot of domestic violence throughout your life. Maybe you've gone through domestic violence in your life, and you're saying now this is the end of it now. This is where you came to serve. And by you, understanding and recognise this now, this is what's bringing in. Yeah, because your emotions are running high. They're saying your emotions are running high. Look at the big picture. Don't let pride get in the way. Because confidence is your key to success. This is about this is about you not allowing what's got in the way. They want you to look at the bigger picture now, because they're saying that without the darkness there is no light. So this is what they're emphasising on. You had people that was wanting to destiny swap with you, and this is why they're saying now, to not let pride get in your way. Don't allow yourself to not go through with what it is that you're wanting to experience, because you believe that you don't have much coming forward that you feel that you're going to bring to the world, but they're saying that you are. It's always okay to ask for guidance. Have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, again, this is you now understanding who you truly are. Again, that just flipped. You are a healer. You're starting to see this now. People come to you and they talk to you and they tell you things. You know, maybe you've always had people that come towards you that needed healing. Maybe you've, without even realising it, that when you've walked away, this person's either going to heal or they're going to know that they need to heal. Whether they address that or not, you've sparked something within them, and that's been your purpose all along. This is what Spirit wants you to know, that you literally, yeah, they're going to come in and apologise, they're scared, pretending to be nice, but this is why the universe is saying that you have the discernment now. Your discernment is what saved your life. You have the gift of discernment. So this is about knowing that when they come in, that you can, and you've been given the blank card. This is about you now rewriting your story. This is about you seeing the bigger picture now. This is about you understanding that everything happened. You're approaching a crossroad. Have faith in yourself. All will work out. So the reason that you come into a crossroad now is because you have seen now everything. So the universe is opening up paths for you, but this is for you to now use your discernment and know that whichever path that you're going to take is going to be the right one, to not live in fear anymore of others and what they've put you through. Listen to positive affirmations daily to raise your vibrations. Yeah, this is what the universe is wanting you to do now. They're wanting you to really like, you know, work on yourself now, because like I said, this has been a long time coming and you deserve all of this. This is about you now recognising and seeing how far you've truly come on this journey. This is about you now inspiring yourself, because these people are going to come in and obviously you're in your healing phase, so these are really, you know, these are really coming in now to really truly stop you on your journey, because they know you have a high purpose. This is the reason that people come in to stop you. This is why you find that you meet a lot of people along your journey, and it's designed to make you, not break you. This is for you to see that no matter what cards that you've been dealt, that you always come out of it a stronger person. Who controls your mind the most? Your thoughts or power? There's something to learn or release. You decide. It's always been your choice. So again, yeah, this is where you now get that. You can now see that you always had a choice, because, you know, when we're healing, we attract people that need to be healed. When we're a healer, we attract people that need to be healed. So what Spirit's saying now is that you have the power of discernment. You have learnt this along the way, and it's got stronger and stronger and stronger. So you can now take that choice. Are these people that, you know, you can help them, but how far do you go in helping them? There's a limit. If it's starting to drain you and it's starting to affect your life, then that's when it's time to walk away and take your energy away. They're saying that now you understand this more than ever. You're starting a new journey. All is playing out in divine timing. You have come so far. Be grateful for yourself. You're amazing. And then we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now this could be your star sign or theirs. Being around water will help soothe you. Maybe a bath or a lake or sea. The sound of running water will calm your soul. Also with this is, when you're around water, when you're in the bath, what you think about is really going to vamp that energy up. So if you're really positive when you're around water, maybe do your affirmations. They're saying about learning affirmations, listening to affirmations daily, you know, listening to raising your vibrations. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that you can listen to that really spark what other people have created, you know, to really raise up your vibrations. And I listen to these a lot, and they really, you know, they really get your mind thinking. And it's about thinking positive thoughts. It's replacing the positive now from the negative, because the negative thoughts that we have experienced throughout our life tend to keep us in the past. And Spirit's saying now that the present moment, the here and now is a gift. So when we constantly remind ourselves, and like I said, bringing ourselves into the awareness of listening to positive affirmations daily is what's bringing us into the now. And then we start to, you know, because our subconscious mind is living in the past at all times, because that's where it's always kept us safe. Even if we haven't been safe, it's known that that's what's normal to us. So it keeps us there and it always holds us back. So the more that we listen to positive affirmations, tell ourselves positive things, you know, be really grateful for the person that you are today. And doing that on a daily basis is what really reminds you and brings you to the here and now. You could be feeling drained at this time. Your body is going through a huge shift. Adding some chunky salt to your water is going to help with this. Our bodies need salt. This will stop you being dehydrated. Our bodies need sodium. So this is again being in water. Like I put salt in my bath. You know, I put salt in my bath. I put, on a morning when I get up, I put a chunky piece of salt underneath, you know, like Celtic salt, sea salt. I put a piece underneath my tongue and it gives me that energy. It like really stops my body feeling dehydrated. It helps me to be able to absorb the water when I'm drinking it. Salt in your bath is relaxing and it helps you, it grounds you. It brings you to where you need to be. Your body's absorbing it then. And then, like I said, when you're in that water, because this has come out a few times now about being around water is what's going to help you. So maybe listening to positive affirmations in water. You know, when you're washing up, when you're washing your hands, when you're having a bath, when you're taking a walk, whatever that means to you, listening to water also is another one. Because you came here to serve. This is where now you could feel drained at this time. Spirit's saying, you know, it's time to rest. You know, you've been fast-paced, or maybe you have been resting, and they're saying that it's okay to be in that restive period because that's where you've found your clarity. That's where you've been able to, you know, do your daydreaming, going inwards. Because daydreaming is another form of meditation. It's where we really connect with ourselves. It's where we go to regulate our systems. It's what helps us keep calm. So it says, be patient with people who are still learning. Allow them growth. It only happens when they choose. Help without bitterness. So this is like where you've got people coming in. This is about you seeing that you have helped, and there's only so much that you can help. So this is about walking away before you get to that point of bitterness. Because sometimes we feel, I have helped you so much, but yet you're not helping yourself. But this is Spirit saying that they have to go on their journeys as you had to go on yours. And sometimes, you know, you can help people, you can put them on the right paths, but it's down to them to choose whether or not they're going to take that option. Because some people do actually genuinely like to be in a place of, yeah, but this happened to me, and Spirit's saying it's okay for them to feel that way because there's still things that they have to learn along their journey. But you can send them love, you can heal them from afar, you can send them positive vibes. You have the spirit to be a good healer, compassionate, empathetic, and kind-hearted. Bring a balance with your emotions. You are sensitive to the feelings of others. Build awareness of other people's emotions. You won't go wrong. Become the observer, not the absorber. This will serve you. So again, this is about you knowing that you have the spirit of the healer. You're compassionate, you're empathetic. Empathetic, why do I keep saying that? So, and you're kind-hearted, you bring in balance with your own emotions. This is about you, so empathetic. So, you know, this, obviously you could have been saying that word recently, you know, but maybe you're feeling that you have been an empath and that people are starting to be pathetic, but this is where Spirit's saying to become the observer, not the absorber. This will serve you now. So it says, what do I assume will happen in my life? So what you're assuming is going to happen in your life now, because we can walk around saying, oh, this is going to happen today, and it always happens this way. Spirit's saying they want you to be mindful of what you're saying and speaking to yourself at this time, because, you know, what you're actually saying and speaking to yourself at this time is what's actually being given to you, because Spirit's saying that you have control of what you're bringing in. You're in your manifestation period. So what you, like again, this is emphasising on thought patterns, speaking to yourself, becoming the observer, not the absorber, because this is where Spirit's saying, what do you actually assume will happen into your life rather than what's already been and gone, and like speaking negative over yourself, because they're saying that you're in this period of your life now where you really are bringing in everything that you think about. What you think about, you bring about. Love coming, After heartbreak, stability, awareness, you're kind, loyal, balance and transformation. See, this is what's coming in, because they were saying that you're going to be bringing new love in, but this is where you use your discernment. But somebody's going to be like you. They're going to be on their healing journey. They've gone through the heartbreak, but they've learned stability, awareness. They're kind, loyal, balanced, and they've gone through a transformation. So you've got life path numbers 4, 6 and 9. This could be, their birthdays could be the 4th of April, the 6th of June, the 9th of September, or they're born in these months. These dates may be coming up that's going to be significant for you or for someone else. They're saying that to keep an eye out for those numbers. Time to get excited. All your hard work is about to pay off. You can feel this already in your soul. So again, this is 4, 7 and 9. These are numbers that also could be significant for you. They're wanting you to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds and breathe out for 8 seconds. And this is going to regulate your system, because this is what they're asking you to do at this time. This is where you've got to use your own discernment. You're going to feel this when this is being spoken. Balance and love is here. Be aware of your contradictory nature. Be mindful of what you have learned so far. Communicate how you feel. You now find it's easier to express yourself. You have the toughness you need to accomplish your goals. This brings out the best in you. So this is what they're saying now. The romance and love is here. They are bringing in somebody who has gone through all this. They've gone through the heartbreak. They are stable. They are aware. They're kind, loyal and balanced. This is the transformation that you're needing, but they're asking you to not to trust when this comes in, because obviously you've gone through your relationships. Could be family members, friends that have all started out being this person, but they're saying that this person that is going to come in, when you use your discernment, you're going to know this person, and this is person from a past life, and they're saying that the one thing they don't want you to do is to go back into old thought patterns of obviously these other people, that they're going to be like the others, because they're saying that they're not, and that you're going to find easier now to express yourself, to be able to speak your truth, because you have now become balanced, and this is why romance is coming in for you. So this is where, because like I say, you've healed the mother wound. You are now mothering yourself. You have become dependent on someone or something and believe that they bring fulfillment. This is not true. Choosing to have a victim mentality to avoid change. There might have been good reasons for this. Things are altering. You will break free and emerge as a beautiful butterfly. So you are going through this change right now. You are going through a huge change, a transformation where, like I say, that you have gone through the dark night of the soul, or you are going through the dark night of soul, but this is preparing you now, because you have been a victim, and you have been in the victim mentality of thinking that, or this other person was in the victim mentality and constantly always blaming others for situations, or that you have been through like situations that have caused you to be that way, but things are altering now, and you will break free and emerge as a beautiful butterfly. So they really want you now to, what do you assume will happen in your life, because this is what is going to be coming in for you. Because like I say, again, without the darkness there is no light. So you've had to go through all this to know that you're an independent person, to rely on self, because at one point you was maybe relying on this other person a bit much to obviously be giving you the freedom that you was seeking. Maybe they helped you in other ways and you relied on them a lot. And this is where Spirit's saying now, this is a time that you've gone into healing. This is time for self. This is where you have been going in and building your foundations and realising how truly strong you are on your own, because you've never wanted to be alone. So you've always held on to people, places, things, because it always gives you that sense of security. But this is where they're now saying that your discernment is coming in now to realise that this is what you did, that it was codependency, but you no longer have to feel that you've got emotional intelligence isn't about reacting better. It's about knowing when not to react when immaturity starts. Anyone can choose nicer words, but real emotional intelligence is recognising patterns and noticing what never changes. Sometimes the smartest response is no response at all. So again, this is where they're saying now that You are learning now to recognise patterns. You're noticing what never changes, where you always thought, well, I'll give him another chance, I'll always do this, I'll do that. But nothing changed. After a few weeks, it'd go back to the way it was before. But this is where they're saying this is where you grew emotional intelligence, because you started to realise that you could, rely on yourself. This is where you built your strong foundations. You started to learn not to react. Like I say, you chose no words maybe rather than choosing any word to say. Whereas before you react, now you're not reacting. This is where now you're starting to really rely on yourself, and you're starting to see how truly strong that you are, because you've become independent. Discovering your gifts, you are right on time. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is because you've been going through all this, that you started to discover your gifts. Because, like I say, at one point you was feeling very weak. You had a lot of instances that were causing you to feel very weak, and you was causing yourself to feel like you maybe, like I said, that you just felt weak and that you felt that you couldn't do this anymore. But this is where Spirit's saying now that you had to learn all this to truly see how amazingly strong that you are. You use your discernment now. You now, like I said, this saying, I am calm, I can do this, all is well ×3. This came out twice. This is now the confidence is your key. You are the key. You just needed to find the right lock to unlock. And this is where Spirit is saying that you have been finding that. I mean, maybe you've been feeling really ill. Maybe you've been feeling really ill, really tired, really lethargic. This is because people have been sending spells towards you. They have really been speaking negative over your life, and this has been causing you to feel really, really negative. And this is where Spirit's saying that they want you to use your discernment now. When this comes up and you are starting to feel that, and it's nothing that you've done, you've had plenty of sleep, you've eaten well, you've been around good people, and then all of a sudden you start to feel tired. That's because this person that you've been dealing with have been sending negative spells. They've been speaking negative over your life, and this has been causing an impact. But this is where Spirit wants you to say, all is well, I can do this. The protection spells, because this came up at the beginning, they want you to look into protection spells, because at this time it's very important that you are going to be protecting yourself. Saying, I am protected, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, I wear the armour of God. This is another one that they want you to do. It says that, the long cycle of learning personal boundaries, your values and beliefs, who I am daily. This is like asking Spirit, who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And I'm just hearing their Spirit saying that your purpose has been to become a healer all along, but you had to learn to heal yourself to then be able to have the knowledge and the confidence to be able to heal others, because you've started to see that there is no coincidences in this world. Everything happens for a reason. You maybe been a person that say it is what it is, and this is what Spirit's saying. This is what's kept you on a frequency where you've really kept yourself in a strong state throughout everything that you've gone through. That should have made you crumble, but it didn't. And this is where Spirit's saying, give yourself a pat on the back. Your guards have been with you, they've been giving you knowledge, and now it's time that you're saying, yeah, they're saying now, maybe you've been praying. Maybe this is where praying is going to come in. Maybe because, like I say, you are the chosen one. Connect with your spirit guide, because we were just saying that. Connect to God. You go to God. You have God within yourself. Time is the greatest healer. Put one foot in front of the other. You are doing amazing. Yeah, this is where they're just saying now, this is your time for self-healing. This is the time where you are realising now, I can just put one foot in front of the other, and whatever comes about now is not going to be anything like it was before, because you are going to use your discernment. You are going to recognise patterns before they get to the point where it is really extreme. This is where Spirit's saying, pray, bless yourself. Give yourself authority. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, because I wear the armour of God. This is about you now understanding. This is daughter energies come out. Again, we've got daughter and we've got mother. We've got mother in womb twice. So maybe you saw your mum go through quite a lot, and it was normal towards you. Or maybe you and your daughter's been going through quite some time. Spirit's saying this is all healing now. This is all coming to a point now where you're stronger than you've ever been before, and this is where you're going to heal that. And this could be, like I say, about the daughter. This is about you now. You know, this is where you now can put the healing for your daughter, the mother wound. Like I said, this is where you've maybe watched cycles, and this is where you've seen and you've spoke truth now, but now you can now heal that, because you now are protecting what I assume will happen in my life, you know, is strongly coming through. So this is where Spirit's saying now, you are not your mother, you are not any of the situations, because you've seen this and you've come out the other end. Spirit's saying it's time to release that negativity now. You prefer your own company, but not for long. All will make sense soon. So all this that you've gone through, this is preparing you for the person that you was always meant to be. This is because the same time is the greatest healer. This is where you now get to give your, you know, whether your daughter in yourself, whether you're speaking to yourself like you would have wanted your mother to speak to, or whether you are protecting your daughter. This is now where, you know, Spirit's saying that there is somebody who's perfectly beautiful for you, that is going to be coming in you, because like I say, you've always been the giver and now you're learning to receive. This is about, yeah, which thoughts do you have the most time to be aware of them? Because this is what's going to be bringing in, because like I said, the long cycle of learning personal boundaries, your values and your beliefs. This is about getting rid of negative energy now. It's about you truly seeing yourself for who you really are, and that you're not codependent on anyone. It was just an illusion at the time, because it was a frequency that you was going through. This was something that you was having to go through, like I said, to see clarity, to understand who. Sorry, this is about you seeing who you truly are. I started to cough then and I couldn't stop coughing. That message was not wanting to come out. Someone's trying to block you finding out who you truly are. They're really wanting you to be codependent. You have somebody who maybe they cause so much destruction in your life, but then obviously, you know, they come back later on all sorries and, you know, I won't do this again, and I didn't mean to hurt you, and I never want to lose you, I love you, you're my everything, I've changed since I've been with you, you're all this, that and that. And this is where Spirit's saying now, like, you know, you are now going to recognise that they do this, it's a pattern, because they want you to recognise patterns. Patterns have been coming up for the last few days. The same, because, you know, you have got the gift of discernment now. Is this person really truly bringing you everything that you desire in life, or is this because you have been codependent and they have been telling you all these things and it's things that you've been needing to hear? But do they actually last in what it is that they're actually bringing forward, saying that they're going to change with, but they never do? This is where universe is saying now it's time for you to take a leap of faith. It's time for you to start a new journey. You're ready for this now. You're stronger than you've ever been. This person's sending you death spells, like energy, like not death as in, I mean, it could be death spells, I mean, but they could be sending you, you know, like illness spells, just negative energies, like, you know, you've really been feeling this. It's been feeling really hard. What goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. A breakthrough is coming. Have faith. So they're really going to reap what they've sown. Everything that they have wished upon you is going to come back to them. But because you have been nothing but kind, loyal, sincere, you know, you truly have been a beautiful light in their heart. And they refused all that. They chose to be who they were. They've chose to throw negative towards you. And this is what universe is saying now. Because you have kept in that vibration of wanting to always help others and wanting to understand others, to mother yourself now, this is a breakthrough that's coming through for you now. Have faith. They're not allowed to do this anymore. You are going to learn to do protection spells, or you already have been doing protection spells. You've been calling back your power from anyone that you've given it to willingly or unwillingly, without knowing or knowing, you know, without unknowing, sorry, or knowingly giving it to them. Spirit's saying now, because they wanted to destiny swap with you, they really came in, and every time they really depleted you of energy, they left again. And Spirit's saying that's because they it's like energy vampires. They come in and they take your energy and then they leave with their life better than it was before. But then when their energy starts to run out, when you start to realise who you truly are, you start to heal yourself, they come back. And this is where Spirit's saying now that you are going to recognise these patterns. Your discernment now is stronger than ever. Taking control, speak your truth with authority, represents a father figure. Act now, take control. You are a leader, a warrior. What you believe comes to pass. Take action with self-control. You rise to declare your truth. Remember to be kind. Be sensitive to others' feelings. You are the leader of your truth. So yeah, like I said, this is where you are taking control now and you are speaking your truth. You have called authority over yourself. This represents a father figure. So then we've got mother figure, and we've got mother wound, and we've got mother with water. So it's all about, like, the mother wound is all about your emotions. The father figure is all about the dominance. This is taking back your dominance. This is somebody who literally, you know, took away the, you know, you became codependent on them. You relied on them for them to father you, for you to give you something that you never had. This is now where they're saying you're taking back control, and you are now in your masculine energy where you're saying no. Because your feminine energy has been able to all relax and be all kind and be all nice and, you know, do all the things and be looked after, where your masculine energy is all about the domineering side. It's about taking control. It's about really moving forward, working on self, because having a balance of both is what we've always need. But this is where you've been more in your masculine energy for quite some time. You haven't been allowed to be in your feminine energy. This is where Spirit's saying now you are taking control. You are going to declare your truth. You're going to do your protection spells, and this is what's going to make you feel empowered. You know, what is it that you're wanting to bring forward? Because there's something where you're speaking your truth, and this is going to help somebody else on their journey. Your journey is going to help a lot of people. Because you've always been a giver, you are now learning to receive also. So if somebody's coming up to you and they're saying, "Yeah, I'll do this for you," say thank you. I am very grateful for that. It's something I truly still struggle with, is accepting help. I'll do it if I'm really at, you know, at a point where I've really needed help from somebody. I will ask, but I really feel awful about having to ask, because, you know, I've always felt that I should have, you know. But sometimes we do need help. Sometimes it is okay to ask for help, and sometimes it's okay to be in that energy. But you've always been somebody who quite willingly gives away all the time, but receiving's always been a part of you that you've always struggled with. And this is what Spirit's asking you to find a balance of now, that when people come in to offer you help, because you're going to have people offering you help on your journey, you have been struggling for quite some time, and Spirit's saying now that this is where you now reap what you sowed. So everything that you've given to others, this is what's going to be coming back abundantly for you now, because you are ready. You are a chosen one, and now the help that's coming in, you are going to have to accept, because you're all going to be on a journey together of helping each other. You know, some days they might have more, and other days you might have more, and it's about helping each other to make sure that you all live this amazing life. This is about joining forces and becoming a team with whoever it is that's going to be coming in, because you've asked for this for so long. Now it's time to open up and receive. Truly feel the love in your heart and be grateful when it happens, rather than thinking, I shouldn't be accepting this and I shouldn't be doing this. This is where Spirit wants you to really be thank you, because this is heaven sent. This journey that you're on right now is what's going to help you progress forward, and the lack you're not going to feel of anymore. True love starts within. Love yourself unconditionally. Yeah, this is where now your heart space is now started to heal. This is about you giving that love to yourself now, recognising that you have healed the wounds that needed to be healed. Take a moment to acknowledge your resilience, your courage in an incredible journey that you've been on. You are stronger than you realise. So this is where the saying, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated anymore. This is about you. True love starts within. Love yourself unconditionally. This is truly now what you assume about your life is what's going to be coming in, and Spirit's saying, accept this help that's coming in, because, you know, because this person's always going to deny all that they did. You know, this person is being seen, their reality is collapsing, having to face the truth, and this is because you've taken your energy away now. Your energy was really masking them in a light that truly kept them hidden. You was truly like make it, you know, having it was your energy, not you necessarily, but they're saying that your energy is what kept them in this high frequency, and that high frequency kept them in a light where nobody saw the BS that they was doing. You saw it, but you was that weak. You become that weak because they were stealing all your energy, that you really needed to rely on them. They're now having to face the truth, and others are having to face the truth in the person that they've been protecting. Like, everyone took their energy away from you to protect them. So it's saying here that you've got a step parent working behind the scenes all along. All will come to light that is created in the dark. Keep your vibrations high, sing, dance, whatever that means to you that's going to make you feel truly inspired. Because like I said, this person's sending in negative energy towards you. And now you can see all this now, Spirit's saying that they can't do it anymore. The only reason that they could do it before is because you didn't see what was actually going on. They're saying, but now you decide. You decide now who you give your energy to. Like I said, take a moment to acknowledge your resilience and your courage, an incredible journey you've been on. You are stronger than you realise. Sometimes, no matter how much you try to change, there will always be someone who brings up your past. Remind yourself how far you have come to get you here. It's okay, and you will remind yourself each day you are okay. Have faith in your journey. Bring yourself back to the here and the now. Yeah, because this is what Spirit's wanting you to do. They're really wanting you to bring yourself back to the here and now. We can't change people who are not willing to change. We can't change our past. What we can do is move forward. And if there's things that we didn't like about our past, that's what we can change in the future. So it's being open to the field of light now. It's being open and recognising that this moment is the present moment. So each moment is what's guiding your future. We can never say what's going to happen in the future, but what we do in the here and now is what's going to bring forth our future. So remind yourself each day now that it's okay to be where you've been, but you're not that person anymore. So every time somebody, whether it be somebody or your thoughts, take you back to your past person, that's okay. It's okay. Lovingly love yourself, mother yourself through these times. You know, you're not that little girl or little man, a little boy anymore. You're now grown. And like I say, you can't change anything from the past. You can move forward and do things differently now. Block people who drain your energy. So this is, again, blocking people. You now know who these people are that drain your energy, because when they're around you really feel depleted. This is about knowing self now. This is about you coming into this journey now, because you are going to be the healer. Because like I say, your discernment is what saved your life. Well, that was a lot. I just chucked all them. Spirit want me to take them. Take the one that's facing up. Loving. You're a very loving person. This is about you. Yeah, they can't stand to see you shine. Observe, not absorb. What can you see in this moment? What are yours and their beliefs? Because your beliefs are not the same as their beliefs. And they're saying now it's time, obviously the time that you've spent with them has caused you to take on some of their beliefs, maybe. It says, I'm grounded and secure in my being. So they're really emphasising now on the fact of you're moving forward now. You have now seen everything. You are a chosen one. You are a healer. You're here now to raise your vibrations, and others have seen your past. Others have seen your past. They're also going to watch you grow, and they're going to ask, how's that happened? And that's your faith in God. You're praying, you know, this is about you. They're going to see how you are propelling forward, and that is because of your, you know, the faith that you've had. And others are going to see that. You don't need to tell others about it. They're going to see your journey. This is about people now who have doubted you, who are always trying to bring up your past, are now going to see that you are a person of God. And, you know, you're going to raise a lot of people's frequencies as well as your own. It says clarity, light a candle for clarity, illuminate the path to your desires. So you are getting clarity now. You are starting to see why all this had to happen. You are starting to see the journey that you've been on has been for you to come to this point. You know, like I say, you're going to have a lot of people that are chucking things your way, because everything seems to be like chucking itself. So this is where you're going to have A lot of people chucking themselves at you and trying to weave you back to your old self. This is where Spirit's saying now, you weave the threads of your dreams. Your thoughts shape your realities. It's about being mindful now that no matter what people are chucking your way, no matter what energy they're sending your way, you are now becoming clear of all that is going on, and you are able to now quickly remove that from your energy, because you can now see the patterns. And Spirit's saying that, you know, you are not what people think you are what you think you are. So from them, okay. So you want me to get you a message from here? Like I said, the reason that you're feeling bored at the moment is because your avatar, your soul is wanting a change. Your soul is recognising now that where you've been is not where you're going. So you are going to be feeling bored. This is where Spirit's saying, this is where you do your daydream. This is where you are going to start feeling inspired, because you're grounded and secure in your being. This is about you now going inwards, daydreaming, fantasizing about who you want to become, where you're going. And this is where Spirit's saying now you're in your manifestation period, where you're going to be bringing in everything that you think about. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is about you now, not allowing the old self or old things that people are going to be bringing up to set in stone who you are today. You're not that person anymore. You haven't been that person for quite some time. You've been changing. It's been a slow process, but when you look back, you can see how far that you've come. You're not the same person you were a month ago. The person you were a month ago was not the person you was a year ago, and so on and so forth. This is about you recognising now that what you assume about yourself is what you're going to be, what is fact about you. So don't be allowing others to bring in these negative energies towards you, because, again, like I say, you're not that same person anymore. It says, learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. So again, this is where you don't have to fight other people anymore. You don't have to fight the energies. Just observe what's going on now and don't allow it to come into your energy space. And when you are feeling depleted, call your power back. Look into protection spells. Look into positive affirmations. Look into videos that are going to raise your frequency. I know I watch a lot of videos on how to raise your frequency, vibrations and things like that. If you type that into YouTube, you will find a lot of videos that will truly raise your frequency, and you'll hear things that really will stick, and it's things that your soul is needing to hear right now. Because changing our thought patterns is so important. Being mindful of your conscious thoughts, maybe just observing them, understanding why they're there, and then lovingly release them. There's releasing spells also that you can learn. Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows you true inner resilience. Nothing can break that in itself. Is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your light. So you are here to inspire others. All your journey is going to show others that no matter what you come through, that you can truly inspire others. You can really go through the healing journey and come out in such a better energy, because it wasn't designed to trap you. It was designed to help you grow. Don't place limits upon yourself. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything that you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. Okay, so you want me to get one from here? And so we've got 2. This is elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strength and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. This is success. I grow and thrive into the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. Yeah, Spirit's saying that you're free now. This is it. This is time for you now. You are free. This past person can't hurt you anymore. You are truly protected. Speaking protection over yourself every single day. Watching positive affirmations is what's going to raise your frequency now, because already it's gaining momentum. You're already at a place now where, you know, you truly are, you know, you've broken ancient vows. You know, these are journeys that have come along with you. You know, these things that the contracts that you've came in with, you have now broken all these contracts, but it's now time for you to see that you have. I open my field of light, I cleanse my soul, and I let my angels protect me without rest. You know, this is all is well, all is well, all is well. You know, this is when things are not feeling so good and you're feeling like you've been trapped in these old times again. Ask for a spiritual hug. Say, can I have a spiritual hug? And then say thank you 3 times. And then you're going to feel like, if you know, your emotions, like I say, when your emotions are coming up and you're crying and you realize that, Spirit's saying that's because your cup has become so full that you've needed to release it. Being a sensitive person and being in your emotion is a good thing, because it's helping you release it also. It's not filling up and feeling heavy to carry. The more you cry and release everything that you've gone through, the more that you can fill your cup up with positiveness. You know, praying, asking your spirit guides to come in and give you a spiritual hug. This is about asking your angels and your guides to come in, because again, it's free will. This is about you being on the understanding now that you can ask for clarity. You can now ask for anything to come in, because you've been elevated. You are the chosen one. And again, like I say, you are going to be a healer. Like I said again, they said that there is no darkness without light. You had to be cracked open for the light to seep in. I hope this truly helps, and if you got this far, I'd like you to like, comment, share, subscribe. This will really help my channel to grow and to reach more people that need these messages. I'm truly grateful for your time. I really want to send you so much love from my heart to yours. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.